Hi, how can I help you? Oh, you think you're having a panic attack? Okay, let's take a few deep breaths in together, alright? So take a deep breath in and out. In and out. In and out. In and out. Okay, very good. In and out. Take a deep breath in and out. In, out. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to ask you to do the same thing, but hold your breath for a count of 4. Okay? Yes, in between. Alright, so take a deep breath in. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. Take a deep breath in. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. Okay, in. Hold. 2, 3, 4, and out. Okay, just a few more. Take a deep breath in. Hold. 2, 3, 4, and out. Okay, in. Hold. 2, 3, 4, and out. Okay, last one. Take a deep breath in. Hold. 2, 3, 4, and out. Good. Are you starting to feel a little bit better already? I'm glad. Let me take a listen to your heart and see if I can detect anything obvious that may be going on. Okay, yes, just breathe normally. Everything sounds normal, so no worries there. Okay. Oh, so you're used to having a little bit of anxiety? I see. Well, if you want, we can do a follow the light exercise. You would like that? Okay. So I'm going to use this flashlight, And I would like you to follow the light with your eyes only and just keep your head still. Okay? Alright, let's start. You're doing well. Mm-hmm. Good. Just with your eyes. Okay, just a few more seconds. All right. So for anxiety, if I can give you a few tips, when I do experience stress or anxiety, I like to remind myself that I'm not the only one. So I like to distract my mind kind of a little bit and focus on other things that are going on in the world. Think of other people, my relatives, my loved ones, my friends, and see if I can maybe help them with something, or just think of other people, all the people in the world, how many people are driving to work right now, for example, how many people are waking up in the morning, depending on the different time zones. Yeah, just take my my mind off of myself and focus on other people. And another thing that I like to do, especially when I have trouble falling asleep at night, is to, for example, review a few things that I have learned during the day. Yeah. Do you have anything like that that you can think of? Not right now? Okay. If you want, I can teach you the anatomy of the heart. You like anatomy? Good. Yeah, I actually struggled to learn the anatomy of the heart for the longest time. I'm not sure why, but I just found it confusing. And then I was taught the blood pathway in the heart, and somehow it just clicked. And so I think it's pretty straightforward now. Yeah, you would like to learn? Cool. Well, I have a little diagram of the heart here, just as an illustration to visualize things a little bit better. So before we start, just as a little review, you probably know that the veins are the blood vessels that carry the blood towards the heart. Yeah, and the arteries are the blood vessels that carry the blood away from the heart. Yes, exactly. Yeah, sometimes we hear that arteries carry oxygenated blood and veins carry deoxygenated blood, but it's not always the case actually. And so just as a simple thing to remember, just remember that veins carry blood towards the heart and arteries away from the heart. Yeah. So as for the blood pathway in the heart, it all starts with the superior vena cava here and the inferior vena cava. And so the blood goes through those veins and into the right atrium, which is located here. Yeah, so the heart has 4 chambers. It has 2 atria, which are the collecting chambers, and it has 2 ventricles down here, which are the pumping chambers. So pretty straightforward. So again, the blood enters into the right atrium, and it moves down through what is called the tricuspid valve right here. Yeah, so the valves are kind of like doors that let the blood flow only in one direction. Yeah, because we don't want the blood to flow backwards. Exactly. So the blood enters the right atrium and then the tricuspid valve right here, and then into the right ventricle. So that is the first step, and at this point the blood is deoxygenated. Yes. So once it is in the right ventricle here, which is a pretty large chamber, it is pumped into the pulmonic valve right here. And then it goes into the pulmonary arteries. So this might be a little bit confusing because again, those are called arteries, but they carry deoxygenated blood. So just be careful. Yeah, so pulmonary arteries, and then the blood goes into the lungs. So right ventricle, pulmonic valve, pulmonary arteries, and lungs. And so there, once in the lungs, the blood receives the oxygen, and it comes back into the pulmonary veins right here. So yeah, those are the veins, pulmonary veins, but they carry oxygenated blood this time. So then it flows into the left atrium right here, and down into the mitral valve right here, and into the left ventricle. So right here, the blood is oxygenated already. Yes. And then from the left ventricle, the blood goes up into the aortic valve, and then into the ascending aorta. Yeah. So then the aorta just pumps the blood to the rest of the body. So whether it is the lower extremities, the brain, the arms, everywhere. Yes. So again, just as a review, the blood comes into the right atrium, then tricuspid valve, right ventricle. Then do you remember where it goes from there? Yes, up into the pulmonic valve, pulmonary arteries and to the lungs. Yeah, perfect. And then it comes back to the pulmonary veins, the left atrium, the mitral valve, the left ventricle, the aortic valve, and into the aorta. Perfect. Yeah, you remember. So see, it's not that difficult, right? So again, pathway from here to here, and then up and down again, left side and up. Yeah. So again, that is just another thing that if you feel like you're getting anxious and you need to distract yourself, you can review that blood pathway and the anatomy of the heart, and just focus on that for a few minutes, and just to refocus your attention. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're feeling better. Yeah, I'm happy I was able to help. Well, I hope you have a great day. Yeah, thank you. Bye.